Blessed morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of CDR Inspirations, Better Husbands, Better Fathers. It's a pleasure to be able to come live once again to you this morning. And last week, we were talking about you were a man first, and we were talking about the fact that before you became a husband, before you became a father, you were actually a man first. And today, I want to talk to you. I promise that we will get into this a little bit more. We were really talking about finding yourself. So I trust that you are on awesome weekend and that you are, ready to hear what I have to share with you this morning. Please do me a huge favor and tag a friend, tag a family member, a relative, someone, tag them, share this live with them so that they too could benefit from this information. So I promise you we're going to talk about 3 steps to finding yourself today. So let's go. Finding yourself is something that is very important, and I am, as a man, I'm still finding myself also. There are so many things that I am discovering about myself even at this age, and I understand how important it is, and that's one of the reasons I want to help you with it this morning. Now, the first thing that you want to ask yourself is, who am I? Who are you? And as a person I speak about, as the first question, who are you? Second question, who do I want to be? And third, how do I get there? So those are the 3 steps this morning. We're going to get into it a little more detail. So number 1, who am I? Who are you? Ask yourself that question this morning. Who am I? Now, I don't want to know that you are a father. I don't want to know that you are a soldier or a doctor or a lawyer or whatever you are, that title, but you as a person. And I think a lot of persons do not know who they are this morning. Now, I want to know who you are as in your thoughts. How do you think as a person? How do you speak as a person? What are your actions? What are your habits? What is your character? One person said it like this: your thoughts becomes your words becomes your actions becomes your habits, and your habits becomes your character. And that's why it's very important how we think. It's very, very important how we think. Now, there's a Bible verse in Philippians chapter 4 and verse 8. It says, "Finally, believers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable and worthy of respect, whatever is right and confirmed by God's word, and whatever is pure and wholesome, whatever is lovely and brings peace, whatever is admirable and of good repute, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think continually on these things. Center your mind on them and implant them in your heart." It all begins with how we think, what we think about. And some of us, our minds can be really warped because of negative influences growing up as a child, because of so many different influences in the world today. Our thoughts, our thought patterns could be really warped, but our thoughts is where it begins, and that brings about our character. Now, I want you to think about that for a bit, and I want you to write these things down. Who am I? And write these things down. The second thing that you're going to do, you're going to ask yourself, who do you want to be? So you know who you are. Now you want to know who you really want to be. And some people, it's very difficult for them to even answer this question because they don't even think a year ahead. They don't even think 6 months ahead. They don't even think about tomorrow sometimes. They live today for today. Who do you want to be? Now, many persons are not satisfied with life and they don't even know why. That's a tragedy. As a matter of fact, Miles Monroe said that the greatest tragedy in life is not death, but is being alive and not even knowing why. What is your true purpose? Why are you here? So what do you want to be? What does the best version of yourself look like? What's the best version of you look like? Where do you want to be? Who do you want to become? These are very important questions that one must ask themselves to be able to identify a destiny, a destination. Where do you want to arrive in this life? That you will be able to say, as the Apostle Paul said, I have fought a good fight, finished my course, and I have kept the faith. So write these things down also. Write where you want to be, who you want to become in this life. Then you make a comparison from this list to your previous list of who you are. Now that is going to help you to identify a gap where I am and where I want to be. It's going to help you to identify a gap. And now the third thing that you want to do is ask yourself, how do I get there? How do I get from where I am to where I desire to be? And that's the third thing. Ask yourself this morning, how do I get there? Now, Jim Rohn, he said it like this: for things to change, I need to change. In your quest, in your journey, I want you to look deep inside of yourself, not your spouse, not your children, not your parents, not friends, not the government. So, some people say for things to change, the government needs to change this or the government needs to change that. No, for things to change, you must change. You can only control you. But you can't control, you leave that alone, leave it in the hands of God. For things to change, I need to change. So you want to make those necessary steps and ask yourself, what do I need to change? What do I need to do different? What books can I read that would help me? What books are written on this particular topic? What books are there on personal development? What books are there on marriage? What books are there on parenting? What books are there on attitude? You know, what books do I need to read that would help me? Who are the people in my life that are succeeding in the areas that I desire to succeed also? That I could get myself around, that they could help me. Some of us are in congregation with people that cannot help us to get to where we desire to be. Get in circles with the right people. One very interesting thing to note here could be being a married person, but most of your friends are still single. That's a kind of dangerous thing. You have to be careful with that. Get around married people, but just not married people, but married people that are succeeding in marriage, that are positive, and that will be able to help you to succeed in your marriage also. Yeah, so you need to figure out how you can make the necessary changes so you can close that gap and eventually arrive to where you desire to be. Now, when you can answer these questions and take action, your life begins to change drastically. And that's what I want to see for you and for your family today. So I thank you guys very much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be on this live this morning, taking this video this morning. Please do me a huge favor. If you got any value, tag someone in the comments, share this video, and please go over to my YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the comments here today also. Go over to my YouTube channel where I have all 100 plus videos there for you to enjoy. You could go and you could listen over and over. Please share with friends. Remember to like and subscribe. And I thank you once again for being on here this Monday morning. Please have an awesome Monday today. Have an awesome week and have an awesome rest of your life. Have a great day, guys. Love and appreciate you all. Thank you for jumping on once again.